guys and gals. Welcome back to the Ironman Challenge, World of Warcraft, Classic Hardcore. This is our Night Elf Hunter.
Greetings.
Right there. She goes by the name of Iron Woman. This episode, we're going to be grinding some pirates. That's right. Don't really want to do it, but should be okay here. Show you where we're heading to. This back corner over here. A couple of quests we'll be working on there. Just pay attention, be careful. We're level 46, the pet's level 45. Wait a minute, did we get... I did go train, right? Yeah. Yeah, I got everything I want there. Level 48, which is a ways off, we'll be getting all three of these, Hawk 5, Disengage 3, and Raptor Strike 7. Off camera, I got about a bar down here. Killed about 100 damn mobs just out here in front of Gadget Send, green mobs. Trying to get my two-handed axe skill up. I only got it up a couple of points. It just takes forever. We're a little bit closer than we were. Gotta be careful rolling through here with these stealth mobs. Hope you guys and gals are doing well today. I've had a pretty rough morning, I'll tell you that. My car is in the shop, and I got a phone call this morning. And the guy said, "Hey, Eric, this is Mitchell. He's the guy that has the car. He's like, I need you to call me back as soon as possible," which kind of put me in a panicky state because I have a hard time picking up the phone and talking to people. So there was that. Plus, my stomach just sank. I was like, oh my God, it's going to be so much more expensive. Anyway, I got on the phone with him and talked to him for about 20 minutes. He was going over all of the additional things that are wrong with the car, and I kind of had a sneaking suspicion that it was going to be the case. So the original quote I got, the first number he said was $2,200. $2,200 is just a straight cylinder head repair, replacing the gaskets. It's also based on manifold instead of headers, nothing else wrong. It's pretty expensive, and it's a labor-intensive job. At the end of the conversation, the new price, I'm just going to call it $5,000. It's $4,980 something bucks. Yeah, like I already have help trying to get this done. Anyway, I probably shouldn't be recording right now. So, anybody's been following the channel for a while, I've talked about my car on and off. I've been talking about it for like the last 2 years. So, a lot of it's labor, but so the head gasket leak, I tried to repair it with this liquid. You basically pour it into the radiator fluid. You drain some of the radiator fluid down, you pour it, and what it does, the way it's supposed to work, it's basically silicate. It's a silicate compound. And what it does is it flows around, and wherever the exhaust gas leak is, it's superheated. And when this coolant comes into contact with it, it basically forms a seal. It's the same principle you get or the same idea when lightning strikes sand, it turns to glass, more or less. That's the idea. The problem with this stuff is it can gunk up the radiator and hoses and the heating core. And that's partially what happened. These guys coming in here to wreck? No, they're... Oh, man, this is pretty unfortunate. There should be plenty of pirates for us. I don't know. Kind of sucky. Anyway... So he just got the cylinder heads off the car, and the machine shop has them. And so he was just going through the list, telling me everything that needs to be done so that they can warranty the repair. So I have to have 2 valve seals replaced, or 2 or 3 valve seals replaced. That doesn't actually surprise me. The bolts, the threaded portion of the bolt and the engine block has to be bored out and redone. The radiator needs to be replaced. He said when they went to pull the radiator and drain it, they could barely drain it. In fact, they had to pull it out of the car pretty much full, almost, because it had got gunked up from that sealant. The lower radiator hose needs to be replaced. 2 of the spark plug wires were burned and arcing. So they need to be replaced. All of the spark plugs need to be replaced. The entire coolant system needs to be flushed through the heating core and all of that to make sure all of that bullshit's out of it. Yeah. A couple other things. I kind of expected some of this. Not all of it. The money sink in this is the 2 seals and the reboring of one of the cylinders, the radiator. It just adds so much more labor. I mean, this is most of it. What sucks about that radiator is I replaced it myself, so it was a brand new radiator I put in, but because of that sealant, and I used 2 rounds of it, which is not recommended. This is what can happen with that stuff. And the stuff I read warned about it. It says there's a good chance that you might plug the head gasket seal, but you could also you could plug up the thermostat and the heating core and all this other stuff where the coolant flows. Anyway, it's been a rough morning for me. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm not sure what exactly what I'm going to do here. Well, I'm not doing it on my own. If this gets done, actually, it's kind of on like this hold right now. I told him I have to check some things to see if I can afford all of this. If not, what might happen is do the cylinder heads, get the cylinder heads back on, repaired. I can put a radiator in. I can put new spark plug wires in. I can put new spark plugs in. That'll save me a little bit. Anyway, that's what's going on in my world right now. $5,000. Now, for that price, And we actually talked about this. I could get a new engine. Yeah, I can get a new engine, like a crate engine for that car, for between $3,800 and $4,200. But that doesn't include spark plug wires, doesn't include labor. Like, that's something I can't do, is put an engine in that car. I just don't have the tools, the garage, none of that. And it would work out to way more. Anyway, this is the worst case scenario. In the back of my mind, I had a feeling this was going to be a problem. If I had not used that sealant, he wouldn't be replacing the radiator and flushing it and the lower radiator hose. It's a lot of labor. It really is. And again, it's, you know, and he's not even putting like super high quality shit back into it. Now the header gaskets, they're good quality. You want that. The spark plugs aren't going to be anything high performance. He said the wires are mid-grade. He said if he, he was going, he's like, I could get the cheapest stuff and I could save you maybe $180, $200. Like, at that point, why not get, the better quality stuff, especially for that car. I don't know, I just have this big knot of stress and anxiety and worry in my stomach, and the good news is, if there's any good news, I will have a warranty on all of this stuff. And this is a 1997 car, but all of that work is warranted. If there's any overheat issues, anything, I take it back and the work is done for free, which is, that's good. The other good news is, and I'm trying to look at it from this point of view, I could potentially have the car back by this weekend. Now, I'm not counting on that. I'm thinking it's going to be at least another solid week out, but I don't know. This guy knows what he's doing, and he's got help doing it. But none of that's going to happen right now because everything's on hold because of me and my financial situation. I need that guy off of me. Can't let him get to this camp over here. See if I can get it off my mind, get my mind off of it, and focus up and not die in the challenge. Stuff pops up quick. That mage is in there, mage farming, I'd imagine. There's a skull warrior with her, orc warrior there. She's like my level, 44 or 45, I think, but he was just a skull to me. It's probably a 60, I'd imagine. Anyway, the only way for me to get this done is to borrow money, and I'm already in that situation. I don't know if you've ever had to borrow money before, but it's not a good feeling, I mean, you're grateful if you have somebody to ask and somebody who will help you, you know, be thankful and grateful. But it's, for me, it's a very humiliating, and I just feel like such a piece of shit right now. It's hard to even put into words. Oh my God, I missed that. Oh man, if we had pulled that, that could have been bad. Now, it's unlikely that they would resist my feigned death, but it is possible. Pretty nervous about going inside this fence here, and I don't think I'm even doing this. Now, I said this before when we picked up this quest. I said if there was somebody in the area, we might be able to run in there and get what we need. That'd be the only way that I go in there. You got a typical very low drop rate for something you need a ton of. Pretty standard. Crossbows. I can't believe I'm 3 off the level cap here. That's because we leveled up recently. It takes fucking weapon skill in this game, man. It's just unforgivable. It's a terrible, terrible system. So punishing. Unnecessarily punishing. Fuck. I need to let him get a little threat here. We'll have a peek inside here, see what they're doing. They usually just come in here and round up all the mobs, and they farm them here, here, and over here by the dock. I need to give the pet a heal, and I cannot let him get over here. Of course, it's right where he's running. Yeah, pretty stressful morning. All over. It still doesn't even cover a lot of things that need to be done to the car, which is quite depressing and sad to think about. Now, this would be the major stuff. All of the major stuff is being taken care of. But it needs to be repainted, and I need to have the rims re-chromed. There's some electrical stuff with it. There's an EGR valve that needs to be replaced, which I should have actually given him. He's doing a couple of things he's not even going to charge me for. I told him, I was like, man, I cannot afford anything else at all. I mean, I can't even afford this. I didn't tell him that. Well, I mean, I told him I need to... I basically said I need to look at my finances. Which is true. I didn't tell him I was going to have to borrow money is the only way I'm going to be able to get it done. I do not like that we're missing. There's Andre, but this is not an easy pull. You usually pull this camp here. They actually might have moved on. I don't actually see them. But here's dead bodies. Oh, they're over here. If they pull this middle, I'm going to try to get a tag on this guy. They don't need this mob. They just are doing the farming, so I don't mind doing this. They probably already killed this thing anyway. This is the only way I can get this done. Those mobs are connected. I don't think I've ever pulled this without pulling the rest. Maybe there's a way to do it.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you. Now we still need Caliph or Caliph, whatever. All right, they're moving on. So that means I've got to be careful about stuff respawning up now. Get her out of the way. I think Caliph is a little bit lower level than these mobs. I could be wrong. It might be the same. It would be super risky, but I might be able to do it. The way that we do it is we freezing trap one of his mobs. I just go all in and try to burn Caliph down and then just run away. Like, I'll just sick the pet. To get the threat off of me. We run out of distance, they move on, and then we loot the corpse. But it's kind of risky doing it. Not even kind of. I think it's really risky to do it. I hate that I'm missing these things. We're working on this and this. The dock workers and the swashbucklers are all over here. We don't even need these, but I guess I just get them out of the way. These are pretty tough. They're basically always in packs of twos over here. I think they can net you as well. It's pretty annoying, pretty risky. Missed it. We can at least get the pirate hats done, I guess. Here's the mage back. Oh, she's 48. She's higher than I thought. The warrior moved on. If she goes into this building, I might run in behind her to pick up the thing I need. I don't think she's going to. She LOS in there. I guess the warrior moved on. She's good level for this. Thing just popped up. There's another one over there. There should be a single pull here. Oh, it's not. Oh, it is. I didn't even see that dwarf. It could have been bad. Do a little head cracks, reduces stamina by almost 100. Here she goes. I gotta stay away from her. If I use abilities too close or whatever over here, and she dies or blinks out and gets away, drops threat, they all come over to me. It's pretty amazing, though, watching a mage do that stuff. So much XP. So much gold. I wonder if they, when they created that class, if they had any idea like how OP it would be farming XP and gold on a mage. You know, when they tested or played it or whatever. Players do find, they will find, call them exploits or whatever, but they will find stuff like that in games pretty quickly. That happened in the Sims game. I was watching it was like an interview or something with the Sims developers of that. It might have been the first game. But there's a strategy that players used, and I used it too. They came up with a name for it, but basically what you would do, I guess before cheat codes and stuff or whatever, I don't know. Your sim in the game, you would marry another sim who had money, and then you would kill that sim off, and you'd be by yourself again, but you would get all of their money. So I didn't know it was, I just thought I was like the only person to figure it out when I first did it. I would marry a sim in the neighborhood. I had a pool, and what you would do is you would tell them to go swimming, and then you would just remove the ladders from the pool, and they would drown. That's how I would do it. Or you just put them, you pause the game, and you put them in a super small room, you build it around them, and they die that way. But I was watching the developers, and they're like, we never thought of that. We didn't, that's something players figured out and spread through the community like wildfire. It's like, yeah, we hadn't planned on anything like that. This is ridiculous how much I'm missing here. It feels ridiculous missing shots like that. Look at that, man. I think I've missed like 6 of my shots on this mob. And I'm a level above it. That's what we have to watch out for. Luckily, there's like this little grace period of invulnerability. Not always. Talked about this before. I've had a mob literally as soon as it fades in, it's on me. I don't know why that's a thing, but that has happened to me before. A little bit close here. She's got him easily. That is so overpowered, man. That is insane. The way that they can do that. Like, you do that 5 times, you've got your pirate hats. You've got your quest done. Can't believe how early I was with that concussive shot. It's because I'm not running my mouth and not really focused up. All right, 7 more hats. Probably going to wait. to do this other with the workers and the swashbucklers. It's a risky place over there. I have pulled off of the pet here. It's super weird, though. I didn't appear to be taking damage. I mean, I was. Look at that shit, man. That's fucking crazy. Should be able to make a few more bandages. We can. That's real good. Let's keep on top of this. I have one moonberry juice left. Interesting. There's a dock worker. Hold him out by himself while we can. Disengage there. She might be in trouble here. She's out of mana. Doing a little first aid. That mob is not quite done. That one's running away. She got that. This guy's coming back. I might help her out here with this one mob. I am. It's just this mob. There you go. She probably could have done that without me, but the thing about, I mean, she's a cloth wearer, so she doesn't have a ton of health. She has more than me, I'm sure, even though we have mail, but she has green gear with stamina. But yeah, they can't take too many whacks. God, this is stupid, man. Missing these fucking shots? I'm 1 point off the cap. Now, I know that doesn't mean like I'm guaranteed to hit, right? I understand that, but once you kind of notice it, sometimes it's hard not to focus on how much it seems like you're missing a target. Need this dock worker. Just keep picking them off. I gotta watch out for mobs. They're gonna pop back up around me here. Like right now. I gotta watch the camp here. I'm going to turn his bite back on since we're just doing one mob at a time here. A little bit more damage might help. Well, that's part of the quest. There's another dock worker. I didn't know you can actually get these guys here. I thought they were all over there. Let's pull him out. So that, you collect 3 items from those little chests And it tells you where you can go to get some treasure. Not doing it, though. There's like 5 or 6 mobs that pop up at you. It's brutal. I think it's called Cortello's Riddle or something. We will not be doing that quest. It's down here. You have to swim down and around. And I forget what you do. Uncover the spot or do something. And then all of a sudden you've got like 6 pirates that pop out at you. It's rough. Now, the mage could do it, but you really need to be in a group. There's a Firebeard. We'll get the pirate hats. If we do the other part of this quest, I'll probably wait till it turns green, because we're going to have some double pulls with the swashbucklers and maybe the dock workers too. Oh my God, did you see that? Look what we just picked up. Blue BOE. 6 strength, 15 stam, male shoulders. That is, I think, our second blue BOE. We picked up a blue ring. I don't think we've picked up 3, but that's at least our second blue BOE that we've picked up there. Let me come out here. We can't wear anything like that. Obviously, we can only wear gray or white items in this challenge. You're wondering why I'm not putting those motherfuckers on. It's because we can't. It's part of what makes this challenge so hard. Warlock. How you doing, buddy? Good level to do this. The mobs are green to him. All right, 2 more hats. Just doing everything I can. Try not to think about the car and the price of it. There's a 48 mage. 2 mages and a warlock in there. How you doing? It's a good farm spot for mages. There's a ton of them in the game. A ton of them. It's cool to watch, but if you're trying to get a quest done where they are, it's just annoying. That's all it is annoying. I've never done that. I've never played a mage that way. I mean, not like on that level where they're pulling like 10 mobs. I think I've tried like, I don't know, 3 or, you know, like little baby stuff. Let's get this guy out of the way here. Do need a thumbnail. Should work. Yeah, it's hard not to be consumed about what's going on with the car. Doing my best to not focus on it, but pretty good XP in here. So it's a little bit risky. As long as you're paying attention, it's doable. There's a couple of patrols, but like, you know, stay out of the house and be careful in that very back portion. But like out here in the front, it's not too bad. It's doable. First, you know, we're single target stuff. It's kind of the way we have to play it. One mob at a time, grindy, grindy, grindy. It can be a chest out here sometimes. A couple of different places in here. Thinking about giving Khalif Scorpion Sting a try. I know it's pretty risky to do it, but it would be nice just to get that quest done, is the thing. See. We will see. No pirate hats, huh? Not for you. Alrighty. What is that rum dubs? Does it just get you drunk? Is that it? Yeah, it's just a strong alcoholic beverage. Never given a shit about any of that stuff in the game. So we can open this. So you need the upper, the middle, and the lower, and you join them together. And it'll give you a new quest. Probably have 2 here. She's pretty close. I'm surprised she's not over there yet. Let's see which way he runs. It's not that big of a deal. That'll work.
Well done.
If you're a rogue, I think you can open these dented foot lockers. A couple of copper in them. I don't think anything else. Hold on now. There's 2 mages and a warlock in there. If they've cleared this house out, I could just run upstairs and grab the thing, but it's the only way I'm going in there. I'm gonna pull here. No. Yeah, they've not gone in there. That'd be the only way I went in there. We'll just come back for this. I don't see the other 2. Yeah, we just can't handle that. Way too risky of a quest to try to do by ourselves. The other dangerous part, even if I was to attempt it and try to do it slow, because they're also out here farming, I could get stuff that just pops up immediately. Look at this, we have 2 hunters over here. Oh, just 1. Hey, how's it going?
Well met.
How are you? He's got a Soul of Iron Man, level 44. Good job, buddy. Probably has 3 times the health we do. All right, do we do Khalif? Wait, why am I not seeing... Oh, I didn't pick up the quest for it? Wait a minute, what? Oh, they're separate? All right. So I didn't pick up the quest for it. Where the hell is the quest for it? Well, we're going over here anyway. Could have swore I had that quest. I think you just pick it up off the wanted thing up here, but I'm actually not even seeing it. I thought they were together. I thought Scorpid and, or Andre and Scorpid, or whatever, the 2 dudes, I thought they were on the same quest. I guess not. They did a great job with this zone. The sand looks really cool, and you get like these little dust storms that pop up.
Time is money, friend. Keep it real. Be good. Have a good one.
Hey there. Have a good one.
Interesting. I guess it's in Gadgets then. Here's the pirate hats. She's all about fashion over here. Oh, it's right there, isn't it? No, it's not. Where the hell it is?
Do I have a deal for you? Keep it real.
All right, not too bad, I guess.
Ah, potential customer!
Actual customer, my dude. Actual customer. I don't think I care about this stuff. This tender wolf meat might sell. Hang on to it just in case. How are we doing on drinks? We have plenty of drinks. But we may as well go 1, 2.
Hurry back!
We've got this guy's quest. General goods.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Do you? The best deals, huh? He does have jagged arrows.
Be good.
Alrighty. Alright, let's get back to gadgets, Sam. Chill out there. I might ride my bike to the gym, see if I can relieve some of this stress. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and be stressed. Just doing something physical will maybe take it off my mind. Yeah, we got some decent XP. We started the episode, I was like down here. I was, I think just like 2 bars in, maybe a little bit more. Pretty decent. I know what that is. I know what that is. That's the Thirsty Goblin. That's the dungeon quest. Where the fuck is it? Did I... There's no way I already did it, right? I don't think so. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to call this an episode. A little bit risky, but we're still living. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Appreciate it. You guys and gals take care. Iron Woman and myself will catch you in tomorrow's episode.
I wish you well.
Peace.